Chapter 3. Clara looked up at the knock on her office door. Mason stood there, a smile on his face. "Can I come in?" "Sure," she said, trying to calm the pounding in her chest. She had loved Mason Dixon since her sophomore year in high school, and breaking up with him had been the hardest thing she'd ever done. Probably the stupidest, too. But she'd believed her father when he'd said it was for the best, and she'd tried to put him from her mind, but he'd never been far. She'd always considered him the one that got away, even though she had initiated their breakup, and though she'd dreamed of seeing him again one day, she hadn't actually thought it would come true. "How are you settling in?" He rubbed one arm and then the other in a nervous gesture that made her smile. Could he still have feelings for her as well? "Well, I'm still unpacking, as you see." She motioned to the boxes around her. "My apartment is even more of a mess, but I'm liking it so far." "I could help if you'd like. Practice is over for the day, and I wouldn't mind catching up with you." "Really?" Clara wanted to say yes. She wanted to spend time with him, but was that a good idea? She had no idea if anyone knew about their past, or if there were rules about dating between team members. But surely no one could condemn two friends catching up. I mean, it's pretty boring unpacking boxes, but if you want... "I want." He offered a crooked smile and opened one of the boxes. "So, what have you been doing for the last 6 years, besides becoming an athletic trainer, that is?" Clara chuckled and pulled a few of her medical books out of a box. "That's pretty much it. I went to Texas Tech after high school and spent my years learning sports medicine and working with the team. Then I took a job with the University of Texas after graduation. That's where I've been for the last year." She wondered if he was fishing for information about her romantic life, and the thought made her smile. She had dated a few guys in college and almost gotten engaged to one of her father's employees. That was a long story. But not one of them had held a place to Mason, and she doubted he really wanted to hear that information. More likely, he was fishing to see if she was single, and she was curious if he was as well. "And what made you want to come here, to Southlake, I mean?" he asked as he placed the books on the shelf beside hers. "My friend saw the job offer, and she knew I'd always wanted to work for a professional team. I didn't think I had a chance, but she persuaded me to apply, and here I am." He paused for a second and chewed on his bottom lip, as if he wanted to ask something but wasn't sure how. "Did you know?" "Did I know what?" And then she realized what he was asking. "You mean, did I know that you played for the Tornadoes?" "Yeah." It was only one word, but so much emotion existed in that one word. "I did." Her heart thudded again as a smile curved his lips. "I followed your career, but I didn't think I'd actually ever work on the same team you played for." "You used to say that was your dream, before." Mason shrugged as he let the word trail off, but Clara knew what he was thinking. Before she broke up with him, before she sent him away heartbroken and confused, before she had the courage to stand up to her father. Well, she hadn't really done that yet. She'd simply distanced herself, but one day she would. "Mason, She paused. She wanted to tell him she was sorry, but if she did, he would want to know why, and she couldn't tell him. He looked like he might forgive her now, but if he knew the real reason, she doubted he would. "Ah, Clara, there you are." Clara jumped at the sound of Justin's voice in the doorway. Heat climbed across her face as if she and Mason had been caught in a compromising position, and she took a step away from him to increase the distance. "Here I am, unpacking. What can I do for you, Justin?" Justin's eyes narrowed as he looked from Clara to Mason and back again. "I need to get some signatures from you for the paperwork. Do you think we could do that now?" "Sure. Mason was just helping me unpack, but I can finish that later." She glanced at Mason, hoping he would agree and not say anything about their past to Justin. At least not until she knew what the rules were. Yeah, I was just helping her get settled, but I need to be going anyway. It was good to see you again, Clara. Mason flashed her a small smile before stepping past Justin and out of the office. Again? You two know each other? Justin asked. Clara wondered if he was asking merely out of curiosity or for some other reason. Yeah, Mason and I went to high school together. Aha. Well, if you'll come with me, we'll get you taken care of and you can get back to unpacking before the weekend. Clara nodded and followed Justin, but her mind was still on Mason. Was he happy she was here? She hoped she would have more time to speak with him soon.